Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
96% of firefighters in North Dakota serve as volunteers, but there's still a huge shortage in numbers. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. The North Dakota Firefighters Association recently created a public service announcement to help recruit more volunteers. Valley News Team's Giovanna Simic shows us just how much fire departments depend on those willing to lay down their life on the line to keep us safe without getting paid.
It's tough battling a raging fire. It's even harder when there's a shortage of firefighters.
There is really a drastic need for more volunteers for our fire departments.
A problem that's spreading like wildfire across the state. From testing to being certified and properly trained, it can take over a year to become a volunteer. One of the main reasons there is a shortage.
The shortage is starting to hit us a little bit.
Fire Chief Dan Fuller knows all about the problem, but it's not just cities like West Fargo that are in need of more volunteers.
The smaller towns are really being affected. People just don't have the time to do volunteer firefighting when we require actually so much of their time.
The West Fargo Fire Department recently increased their roster to 45 members. Fuller says keeping up with a growing city has been a challenge with such a small staff.
We estimate call volumes by 2020 are going to be close to 500 a year for us, which is coming from 232 in 2010 to 500 in 2020 is huge.
A job that couldn't be done without the brave men and women on the Red Engine.
The state so relies on all of our firefighters. We couldn't do it without them. Whenever someone calls 911, the very first people, the first responders out there will be those firefighters.
Putting their lives on the line to save ours. Giovanna Simic, Valley News Live.
The West Fargo Fire Department says they hope to expand their roster to 55. If you're interested in becoming a volunteer firefighter, contact your local department for more information. A man is in custody after taking a woman hostage and fleeing from officers. 46-year-old Dawson Mountain Jr. was arrested, leading officers on a 75-mile chase through several counties. Officers responded to reports of a fight at the 400 block of East Century Avenue. Mountain Jr. fled the scene before officers could arrive and was later stopped in Mandan. Law enforcement found two people struggling in the car, and a woman began to cry for help. She attempted to open the car door, but the man drove away with her inside. Mountain Jr. led police on a chase through Burleigh, Mountain, and Oliver counties. They say the woman tried to escape from the car several times and told 911 dispatchers Mountain Jr. had a knife and was stabbing himself. He was taken to a hospital for treatment and later brought to the Burleigh County Detention Center. The woman was also treated for injuries. Mountain Jr. faces multiple charges, including reckless endangerment and terrorizing. A 55-year-old Leeds man was discovered dead on the train tracks in Benson County around 11:35 a.m. Saturday. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says the man was not hit by the train and no foul play is suspected. The North Dakota Bureau of Criminal Investigation and the Benson County coroner also responded to investigate the unattended death, along with the state medical examiner. The man who was found dead after he rolled his truck and was ejected in Becker County has been identified. 31-year-old Jeffrey J. Belcourt of rural Ogama, Minnesota, was the victim in the crash. Officers found Belcourt had rolled his pickup truck several times in a field on the west side of County 21 north of Detroit Lakes. Belcourt was ejected and pronounced dead at the scene. The crash is currently under investigation. Authorities believe that speed was a factor. As if the construction headaches aren't bad enough, drivers in Moorhead will need to find new routes starting Monday as two rail crossings are closing. BNSF reports it will close crossings at 4th and 5th Street from Center Avenue to Main Avenue for 2 days to make track improvements. There's already road construction in that area of downtown Moorhead, and we've spoken with businesses already losing money because people just can't get around. The city of Moorhead said they didn't even know BNSF was doing this type of work this year.
That was something that we had no knowledge of that until they called us in May and said they were doing it. And it's a short interruption when they do it, but the timing is miserable because we've got other roads closed and trying to do detours, and now we'll have detours within detours.
Again, those closures are expected to last 2 days. Fargo police are warning the public in the Westgate and Prairiewood neighborhoods to be on the lookout as garage and vehicle break-ins are on the rise. In a message posted on the Nextdoor social network and app, police say, quote, over the last month, there have been a number of burglaries to garages as well as thefts from vehicles in your area. Police say they do not have any suspects identified and that the majority of thefts are from, quote, unsecured garages and unlocked vehicles with valuables in sight. The message also urges, quote, if you are renting an apartment with a garage, please harden your electric garage locks as this is the typical method of entry for thieves. From savoring produce at the peak of freshness to meeting the people who grow your food, locals got a chance to explore at the first No-Mo pop-up farmers market of the season. Co-sponsored by Ugly Food of the North, the event brings together area producers for this one-of-a-kind event. A variety of goods were up for grabs, from fresh vegetables to honey, even homemade dog food, and all proceeds stayed local.
We're all about building a healthy, sustainable community, whether that be by supporting local foods, less food waste, getting to know your farmers more, building this more personal local food community.
We love to participate in the local markets. It's just a fun atmosphere. It gives us a chance to talk to our customers who are using our products.
The event also featured, quote, ugly food that stores don't sell.